Estamos listos para un partidito. Aquí está con los Lakers. Acuérdense de suscribirse, darle like y compartir el video y activar las notificaciones de la página para siempre estar al día con mis videos de juego. Vamos a contar los Miami Heat. Ya tú sabes cómo es esto.
Kevin, thank you very much. Last season, the Lakers duo of LeBron and AD became the first duo
Ahí está
of
James,
starters in the All-Star
el LeBron
game
James.
since Shaq and Kobe in 2013. It was, as we all expected, a perfect pairing. And LeBron said, it's getting better as the days go by. The more time you spend together having the same goals, the same drive, it organically happens. I don't know about organics, I just know that those two are scary for the rest of the league. Kevin?
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. So here's Miami's starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Robinson in at the 2. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point guard. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And Davis can't get it to go. Nunn looking around. Outside Robinson. And the foul called on Danny Green.
Comenzando con un foul.
His first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Adebayo against McGee. And he gets
buena.
Bam knowing what to do. He's owning the paint right now.
Se la pasamos a LeBron James. LeBron James hace la jugada.
Pass to McGee. Back to James. An easy 2 points.
Y ahí pa.
Offensively working it inside for the easy 2.
Nunn finds Adebayo. Robinson with
No, la va a tirar de atrás, la va a tirar de atrás.
And here is Butler. Jones for 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. Here's Davis. Basket counts.
La metí.
Davis gets bodied just a little bit. He still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense.
Wow,
Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Now here's Butler from about 16. They get it back.
Bloquéenlo.
Basket by Jones.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight hard.
Bueno, vamos ahí.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
James
De
against
tres. Ah, se fue.
No luck. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio.
Oh my God, me está ganando.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
LeBron James, boy. You already know.
Off towards the basket, the defense really has no chance to react and or stop him. What determination from the King there.
It's stolen by Green.
La agarré.
Here's Bradley.
¡Boom!
And foul on the
Tremenda
shot.
falta. Qué falta de respeto a ese tipo.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Take a break. 2 shots.
No, qué malo.
Well, he's an effective two-way player, is Avery Bradley, and he's worked very hard. You remember his early years with the Celtics, just continuing to improve to make sure he has a place in
Vamos
this
un
league.
punto arriba.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Butler. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dwight Howard. He's checked in
foul.
for JaVale McGee.
Eso es mentira.
Shot from the inbound. Right side Robinson lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by
Nos fuimos.
Don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The feed to Howard. Inside. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. What a terrific move that was.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Now, here's Nunn. Robinson passes to Nunn. To the middle. Adebayo. And it's sent back by Howard.
Oh my
And the
God.
basket by
¿Está bien?
Jones. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Knocked loose.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Davis with it. Jones covering. Davis, the pass to Howard. That one good for two.
La recuperé.
Howard's got his second basket.
Oh, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that
Se están luciendo los Lakers con 2
anything
puntos.
allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto MB down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Markieff Morris is checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Here's Olynyk. It's good.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Ay, era falta mía.
Gotta show those shooters you're gonna be there.
Nah, men, qué mentira. Le están regalando el juego.
Here's Howard. Rebound by Olynyk. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Hero. He's covered by
No,
Rondo.
hombre, no hicieron
Good
nada.
by Hero.
Well, the paint can open up for Hero because he's such a good shooter, smart to attack. He had a chance to do it there.
And drafted 13th out of Kentucky, Tyler Hero impressing right out of the gates that rookie season.
And I think this is very much the type of player that comes in with confidence, a skill level, and an IQ, and ultimately a guy who wants to compete.
Now here's Iguodala. After Markieff Morris's miss, Hero no good.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Caldwell
Movete, movete.
Iguodala with the
Me
steal.
la robó.
In transition, here comes Miami. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma.
Una falta.
That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. And it's Dragic off the drive. On the wing, Iguodala. And no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Rondo. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. Iguodala with it.
No.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
You just don't want to give Andre Iguodala that kind of lane because you get that kind of highlight.
And he's fouled pretty hard
Y
on
esa
that
falta,
shot,
compadre.
but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. A free throw drops for Rondo. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Miami also making a switch. Silva's checked in. And so Rondo hits both free throws.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now.
Tengo que robar la bola.
He's as valuable as it gets.
Iguodala finds Dragic. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, you can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Iguodala with the steal. Dragic with a wide open look. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Morris.
That's some of the toughness coach wants from
No me
Leonard.
dejaron
Getting
meter
into
esa
the
vaina.
space, altering the shot without fouling. Good job.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and be in the foxhole with those guys is, it's pretty incredible.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens.
¿A qué hora me van a dar a LeBron James?
Break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. JaVale McGee is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the one spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys?
They usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. The kick out to Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. But he stays.
Pero agarrala.
Pass to Silva. Crowder from outside. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And here's Morris for three.
Yes!
Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that moment.
Timeout called.
Uy, llegaron las cheerleaders.
Appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. group substitution here for the Lakers. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Bradley's subbed in for Alex Caruso. Now, here's Nunn. Robinson drives in. And
Oh my God.
the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
And with a name like Duncan Robinson, you wonder, were his parents Spurs fans?
Good call, GA, but I don't think so. He was born in 1994. That's a few years before Tim Duncan joined the Spurs alongside the Admiral. Good NBA name.
Now, here's Butler. After the miss from JaVale McGee. From 18 feet away. He can't get that one to fall. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. To the inside.
No, me la tapió.
Here's Nunn. Miami no good on that time either. Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Davis kicks to McGee. And here's Green outside. Here's Davis. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks.
Yes, la metí.
And the Lakers lead by 2.
Yeah, you think you have AD rooted out, but he can use his length and use his size and get another rebound.
Here's Adebayo.
¿Cómo que falta? ¿Cuál falta de respeto? ¡Tan loco!
That one on Davis.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Llorón.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Heat. Earl comes in for Duncan Robinson. And Adebayo drops them both. And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby, make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the other.
The Heat shooting about 42% so far. Here's Nunn. That's
Oh my God, man.
off to a fast 2 for 3.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now.
No, man, eso no
all
se
they need
puede.
is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Right now.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for
Vamos,
Bradley.
vamos.
LA's gone 1 of 2 on
Ya me
three
quitaron
quarters
a LeBron.
in the second quarter so far. Rondo. And Davis with the basket on the
Me recuperé, 24-24.
points this quarter.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
Olynyk with it. He's picked up by
Yes.
Rondo.
Se
Now the
fue.
Lakers on the break. Davis has got the ball. Another field
Boom.
goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, the game's 4 quarters.
Robátela, 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 robátela.
He's found his rhythm in the second.
And Nunn has got the ball here for the Heat. Trailing by
La
2.
tiró a 3, la metió. Oh my God, man. ¿Quién?
Sometimes you have to run a great play for a great
Ah, LeBron, toma.
Get Jimmy
Hace
Butler
magia.
rhythm.
From deep, James. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. The Heat shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. Teardrop shot. LeBron with the block.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. He's in the area. You can't throw up anything
Yes.
lazy.
And there it is for him.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Nunn. Pass to Hero. Now the dish to Butler. In the corner, none with it. 4 on the clock. Dwight Howard grabs the board. The Lakers in the lead. Davis with it. Now defended by Adebayo.
No, ¿dónde va? ¿Dónde va? ¿Dónde va?
Howard, the pass to Davis. The Lakers rebound. Back to Howard. Over Adebayo. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
None. And
Yes!
rejection by James.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and
Boom!
now it looks
There's 10
Buena,
seconds
mi
left in the
James.
first half of the game.
Agárrenlo, 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 que están dormidos.
Butler up top.
Le metieron su galletazo, está bueno, men.
He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Mala mía, compadre, yo sé que le mete un galletazo, pero se lo merecía.
First trip to the line. First one falls for him.
I don't hear about it much, but players who've had 5 or 6 seasons in the league, you wonder where their motivation comes from. Remember, Jimmy, the last pick in the first round in that 2011 draft. Maybe that
Nos fuimos, nos fuimos.
And some good action.
Oh my goodness, man, está buena la cosa. Vamos ganando 30 puntitos a 27.
Send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
People recognize my hair.
Thanks a lot.
Damn.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
Well, you guys already
Third
know,
quarter
man. People
basketball.
recognize my hair.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They got motivated
Esa
in
me
the
dolió.
second quarter. The deficit they were staring at turned into a 3-point lead in the locker room. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, you gotta love the work the reserves have done so far for them. The bench comes in, and they've been big, giving the starters a much-needed break. They've come in, and they've contributed.
Jack, let's get your insight on Miami.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Presentado por 2K Sports.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at James, what a contribution.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
The Heat trail by 3. On the floor for Miami. Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's none in at the point. Butler, no good.
Corran, 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 corran,
And
corran.
Los Angeles guys shooting 43% from the floor.
And taken with the 30th pick. Back
Boom! Buena, James.
man in Chicago.
Buena, Howard.
Bench to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
None passes to Butler. None against Bradley. With the teardrop, none can't get it to
La agarró LeBron. Ahora sí la hacemos de a 3, papá.
Maybe Jimmy Butler wore out as well. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars, but man, Miami The Heat handed him the keys, and he has taken off.
And Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation.
Me robaron la bola.
And here we go. It's Butler.
Oh my God, tremendo leiro.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Oh my God, no.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Bradley gets it to go.
This is where Bradley's at his best. Terrific at slashing with purpose, finding cuts behind the eyes of the defense.
¿Qué se cree este güey? Se la voy a robar.
Just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside for Robinson. 6 to shoot. Floats one up. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Adebayo.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little
Por un
more
punto.
on the interior.
Por un puntico.
On that trip.
Timeout called the Lakers. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Morris comes in for Davis. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for James. And Miami also making a switch. Silva's checked in. Kuzma finds McGee. Bank shot, no good. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Puts it up for Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there, vertical, good hands, and the big throwdown.
Here's Bradley, and he lays it straight in. Bradley's got 5 now. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down.
Vámonos, vámonos, que nos fuimos, dale, que nos fuimos.
Jones covering. Morris kicks to Green. McGee inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. Kuzma outside. Outside Brent. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones.
Y eso lo dejaste pasar.
With the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? In transition, here comes Miami. It's good.
Oh my God, me están pateando.
Lakers trail by 3. Here's Kuzma. Count the basket.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Timeout called the Heat. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Morris. Alex Caruso for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Brantley. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope.
Falta, ahora sí cantaron la falta. Te dije, man.
Let's hope he's okay.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of
¿Qué le
what's
pasó?
really important. Health, number 1. Everything else comes after that.
Lo lastimaron.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in.
Vamos, James, hacemos un milagro aquí.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Pass to Hero. But they get it back. Second chance shot. Count it. Good.
Oh my
Leonard's
God.
got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
Here's Caruso. Gets it to go from
See.
beyond the arc. Caruso's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Here's Dragic. Lays it up off the glass. And the Heat lead by 2.
Me bloqueó.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the lead.
James, no good.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. On deep, James. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
LeBron passes to Kuzma. Feeds it to McGee. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Kuzma. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The Lakers trail, and it's time for an injury report. Now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Rajon Rondo. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course.
Yes, vamos duro.
Wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there, playing alongside his teammates and competing.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then it's
Es que está, tú sabes, yo te veo muy agresivo.
And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Every basket's a big one in a tight
¿Qué es esa?
He is not about to give up an easy look. And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Robinson dishes to Dragic. From deep. A rebound by the Lakers. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Defended by
Yes.
Crowder. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Now here's
Oh my God, man.
Could come down the selection.
Me va a ganar este cabrón.
In the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
James has a two-pointer. They get a bet. Here's Howard. That's in. That's his fifth field goal.
Yes.
He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Robinson passes to Olenek. Kicks to Dragic. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Y ahí los Lakers pidieron timeout.
They watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out. Howard puts these dunks away so easily, especially when he's that deep in the paint.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Bradley against Nunn. In the corner, Crowder with it. From the arc. The Lakers with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Right side Davis. And they double up Davis.
Yes! Y todavía una falta.
Strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
The Heat making a switch here. Silva's checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Robinson kicks to Nunn.
Yes, se la taponeé.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Goes up the baseline, and here's Green outside.
Ooh!
That's the triple.
Yes!
Green's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Nunn wide open. No good, unable to end this run.
Vamos, bro. Vamos, LeBron.
It definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Saben que le voy a patear.
Player of the game, Dwight Howard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. And Jones sends it back. Kicks it out to Bradley. Jacks up a 3. Outside, Green fires from deep. And that one falls.
Boom, se la tumbé a 3.
And the Lakers lead by 15.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
What the hell?
Throws it down.
Ni supo cómo hizo eso hasta él.
You leave someone that wide open, and he's going to find him.
James kicks to Davis, and they double up Davis. Back to LeBron, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. It's a 13-point game. Nunn bounce back. Butler against
Mire, ya la llevé, papá. Falta.
As exciting as that would be, this was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
Look at the number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Howard.
Solo falta un minuto. Estamos persistentes.
LeBron against none. Back to Butler. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Lakers. Smith checked in for James. Alex Caruso comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Avery Bradley.
Esta la vamos a ganar, muchachos. Ya tú sabes. Venimos bien duro. Masacrando igual la liga.
So it's Miami now. Down by 15.
Oh my God, Leiro.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Smith in the post. He's against Olynyk. Let's go. And the Lakers with another miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's Dragic. He kicks it to Olynyk. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Davis. Here's Cook. No good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily.
¡Woo! Ganamos esta partida, papi, ya tú sabes. Bueno, muchas gracias por ver la jugada. Denle like, compartan el video, suscríbanse, activen las notificaciones en la página para ver más contenido. Y si llegaron hasta tan lejos a ver este video, muchas gracias.